The Cat Who Thought He Was a Lion. In Maple Leaf Town, where the houses were small and the trees were big, lived a fluffy orange cat named Milo. Milo wasn't just any cat, oh no. He believed, deep in his fuzzy heart, that he was a lion. Not kinda like a lion. Not related to a lion. Not even lionish. Milo believed, 100 without a single doubt, that he was a full-size, roaring, king of the jungle lion trapped in a cat's adorable body. It all started one sunny morning when Milo was grooming himself dramatically, as cats do, and he saw a big poster on TV. It showed a huge lion roaring on top of a rock. Milo stared. The lion's fur was golden. Milo's fur was also golden. The lion had whiskers. Milo had glorious whiskers. The lion looked majestic. Milo looked majestic when he wasn't stuck in the laundry basket. "That's me," Milo whispered. "I am a lion." From that moment on, Milo walked differently. He strutted. He swaggered. He swished his tail like it was a royal flag. He even practiced roaring. Unfortunately, Milo's roar sounded like this: "Mreep." It was not impressive. It was not scary. It wasn't even loud. It sounded like a squeaky rubber duck who stubbed its toe. But Milo didn't care. To him, it was the roar of the mighty king of Maple Leaf Town. The great backyard safari. Milo lived with a girl named Emma, who adored him. Emma thought Milo was funny. She had no idea that her beloved cat now believed he ruled the jungle. When Emma let Milo outside, he marched into the backyard like a king entering his kingdom. He climbed on a garden rock, which was about 5 inches tall, and raised one paw. "I am Milo the lion," he declared in his squeaky roar. A squirrel on a fence stared at him. The squirrel tilted its head. The squirrel blinked. The squirrel squeaked, "Bro, what?" Milo ignored him. Kings do not answer squirrels. He patrolled the yard. He stalked imaginary prey, mostly butterflies. He wrestled leaves blowing in the wind. He pounced on his shadow, which was extremely fierce and needed to be tamed. Everything was going amazingly, until Milo saw the dog. The dog next door lived a big, goofy dog named Maximum. Max wasn't scary unless you were a sandwich, because he stole sandwiches. But to Milo, Max was clearly a hyena. Milo puffed up dramatically. His fur doubled in size. He stomped toward the fence. Max trotted over happily, wagging his tail. "Hi Milo. Wanna play fetch? Wanna play? Wanna do something fun?" Milo narrowed his eyes. "I am a lion," he squeaked. "I do not play." Max blinked. "Oh, okay. Wanna sniff grass together?" Milo raised his head high. "Lions do not sniff grass. We own the grass." Max stared at him. "Are you sure? Because the grass smells amazing today." Milo rolled his eyes. "Dogs. Hyenas. Whatever, you can't expect them to understand royalty." Milo strutted away, dragging his tail like a magnificent golden cape. The roaring disaster. The next part of Milo's lion plan was to practice roaring at something big and intimidating. He looked around. Tree. Too tall. Mailbox. Too metal. Garden hose. Suspiciously snake-like. Emma's bicycle. Perfect. Milo climbed onto the seat. It wobbled. He cleared his tiny throat. Then, with every ounce of his lion energy, Milo unleashed his mightiest roar. MREP squeak PWEP. The bicycle fell over. Milo fell with it. Max next door howled with laughter. The squirrel stared like he was watching reality TV. A bird on a branch laughed so hard it almost fell off. Milo stood up, shook the leaves from his fur, and said confidently, "That was a warm-up." The neighborhood panic word spread quickly throughout Maple Leaf Town. "A lion is loose." "How?" "Well." Mrs. Donnelly from down the street saw Milo strutting on her porch and nearly fainted. Her glasses were dirty. Milo looked very big and very fluffy. Mr. Jenkins heard Milo's squeaky roar echo inside a metal trash can and thought it was a wild beast. The school bus driver spotted Milo perched on a mailbox like a tiny king and drove away screaming. Within 1 hour, everyone in the neighborhood was whispering, "There's a lion. Call animal control." Lock your doors. Save the children. Get the garden hose, maybe lions hate water. Milo sat proudly on Emma's fence, completely unaware that he had become a local legend. Operation Capture the Lion Animal Control arrived. There were two officers, Officer Tom, who loved donuts, Officer Karen, who loved being dramatic. Officer Karen whispered, "Do you see it?" Officer Tom squinted. "It's very small." Officer Karen gasped. "Baby lion." Officer Tom sighed. "That's a house cat." Officer Karen ignored him. "Baby lion." They approached with a net. A giant net. A net big enough for a real lion. Milo yawned. He watched them like a bored king watching two confused peasants. Officer Karen whispered, "It's dangerous." Officer Tom said, "It's licking its paw." Officer Karen replied, "It's sharpening its claws." Milo stood, stretched, and hopped off the fence. And then, he strutted toward them. Officer Karen shrieked, "It's charging." Officer Tom rolled his eyes. Milo walked right past them, sat on his porch, and started grooming his tail. Emma opened the door. "Milo, it's lunchtime." Milo pranced inside proudly. The officers stared. Officer Karen whispered, "He spared our lives." Emma solves the mystery later that day. Emma overheard neighbors talking about the lion attack. She sighed. Then she saw Milo sitting on top of the couch like he owned the world. "Milo," she said, "did you pretend to be a lion today?" Milo blinked innocently. Emma giggled. "You're not a lion, silly. You're my cute little kitty." Milo puffed up his chest. "Little kitty? Impossible." He strutted dramatically across the couch. Emma put a tiny paper crown on his head. "There," she said. "Now you can be King Milo." Milo paused. A crown? A king? This was better than being a lion. Much better. Milo lifted his chin proudly and meowed like someone important. Emma laughed and gave him a treat. Milo thought, maybe I don't have to be a lion. Maybe being King Milo is even better. The royal ending from that day on, Milo no longer roared at bicycles. He no longer challenged Max to staring contests. Max won anyway. He no longer patrolled the backyard as a jungle king. Instead, he became King Milo of Maple Leaf Town, ruler of the sofas, protector of snack bowls, conqueror of laser dots, master of naps, and the entire neighborhood accepted him. Even the squirrel saluted him occasionally. Milo had everything a true king needed: a crown, a kingdom, and Emma, his loyal human who loved him no matter what. And every once in a while, just for fun, Milo let out a mighty roar, "Mreep," and everyone knew the king was happy.